So again, we want facilities that are accessible, safe, convenient, comfortable. We want personal service that is unrushed and courteous, and I appreciate when I ask, don't you want to help? Some of us do. Some of us will never understand why it's taking so long in that lineup. That's human nature, right? Some of us are wired to help. In this program, we want everyone to be a little bit more mindful, and that you don't jump in, because we want to let people be inclusive and operate as much as they can independently. So we would watch for barriers that could be problematic. We would prop open heavy doors so you wouldn't have any difficulty coming through that door. We would make sure there was a chair so someone could sit when they were doing their banking so they could rest. We would make sure, this is the top now, after 40, I don't know, it becomes very important, where is the washroom, right? We want to know these things. We want usable products that make life easier, and we want clear communication in our dialogue and in print. I am a stickler. I ask people all the time, if I don't understand what I've been told, I say, excuse me, I don't understand what you just said to me, could you repeat that? If I ask someone where the washroom is and they go, I actually will go, I don't know what that means, can you be clear with me? It's not just that I'm trying to walk the talk of this program. These things bother all of us, and if you imagine if it builds up, you can see how people become isolated. It just becomes too big. Okay, so we're going to just talk a little tiny bit about the seniors' contribution as well. We would ask, we wouldn't want to assume. We would listen attentively. We invite participation and ideas. And again, always combating the ageism and discrimination. So we can make jokes on ourselves, but we're very careful about, old age jokes, because this is where we're headed, and it should be a victorious thing, not something we fear. So we go more into service tips, which I'm going to carry on. We can cover those off on another day. Again, just think of it very, very basic. We want to make things easy to see, easy to hear, and easy to understand. Give people a person to talk to. And this is why I was so happy with Supports Alberta. They're actually going to have a person. They are reinstating a person you can actually talk to. This is such an important trend. So seniors, in fact, will be very grateful. So you can just imagine whatever program you're thinking of, whether again it's church, or it's a store, or it's your family home. We just believe that your customers will be very grateful, and you will put your community on the map when you consider inclusiveness for all people. So I want to give you, can we have a little time warp and say it's not actually 1:33? Can I just take a few questions if you have? Go ahead.
I just want to thank you. Everyone who works in my business is relatively young, same one or two people, but I develop software, and there are certain accessibility guidelines for developing software, but I don't know that our design team does enough to think about the fact that the thousands of people who use our software are school principals and central office administrators, most of whom are fitting the demographic that you're talking about.
That's right.
And I'll go back and I'll do more because of this, so thank you.
Thank you. Could we give them a hand? These awarenesses are really important. They're very important. And there is a lot of material on this, and we like to be a resource to this, but it's that we use the material and that it matters and that you will be offering better customer service. Anyone else? Yes.
I don't have a question. Just thought everyone should know I have an eye test in the morning and a hearing test tomorrow afternoon.
For Judy,
Betty Davis.
at least that's what you think you have.
Yes. Judy, this is for you too. Old age is no place for sissies.
What a great expression.
Well, thank you very much, Donna. Nice to meet you. And, yeah, I guess we're all gonna get there eventually.
Oh,
So soon.